Hi guys, welcome to a new series, North Node in Scorpio. So my eyes are smoky. I'm wearing this latex kind of thing. So all of you who are faint of heart, I want you to click away right now because we're about to dive in the realm of Scorpio. Actually, I'm kidding. If you're here, stay here. That means you need to hear this. So before we dive into the mysterious and powerful sign of Scorpio, let's talk about your South Node in Taurus. Give you a general idea of, what you're coming into this incarnation with. So my South Node in Taurus, you guys are my practical, simple, comfortable folk. You guys are people that love stability, love security. You love your comfort zone. You've had many lifetimes where you were able to build that comfort zone around you, and you more than likely did it on your own, with your own hands, with your own money, with your own resources. Taurus is very self-reliant. Anytime you have an earth sign in the South Node, you're dealing with self-reliant energy. Earth signs are grounded, they're practical, they're simple in a sense of they don't like to waste time. They just they know what they want to do and they go for it, but in their own way. So Taurus can be, Taurus doesn't like to be rushed. You guys are people that have your own timing. Anybody will probably say that you're kind of slow in a sense, because Taurus knows how to spoil itself. Taurus knows what's valuable. Taurus knows what feels good. Taurus lifetimes, you guys explored all your senses, all of them. You explored the idea of luxury. You explored their idea of money, of financial security, and more than likely, you had many lifetimes where that was one of the most important things for you, was safety, security, stability, and how can I provide that for myself. Taurus South Nodes, you guys are my builders. You can build anything. You're very good with your hands. You're very good with your hands, meaning you can build a house if need be. You can build your own shelter. You can do things around the house. You're great with interior design. You have an eye for beauty. Taurus knows what beauty looks like, knows how to create beauty around them. Taurus loves to surround himself or herself with comfort, with beautiful things. Their comfort zone is the most important thing for Taurus. So, and that's why Taurus doesn't like to be rushed. Taurus does everything on his own time. So what else? Taurus is stubborn. Taurus is the most stubborn sign of the zodiac. So you guys, my Taurus South Node people, very stubborn people. You do not like for anybody to tell you what to do. Because you're so grounded, because you're so set in your way of what you need to do for yourself, because Taurus can be selfish in a sense of, I'm going to provide this security for myself. And especially in the South Node, it's going to be reflected that way. So you are really big on, putting yourself first, but on your own. You'll always do it with your own hands, because you don't want to depend on anybody. Taurus likes to do everything himself, herself. They have tremendous willpower. They have tremendous stamina to get something done. Very hardworking people, just like Capricorns. They're slow, they're methodical, but you guys are just, if something needs to be accomplished, you are here for the long haul. That's what Taurus does. Taurus doesn't rush. Taurus has the most patience in the world, and Taurus will see something through because they have all the time in the world to wait for it. What else? Taurus South Nodes, big emphasis on money, on stability, on material security. You guys had lifetimes where you guys were merchants. You guys were, financial guys, hedge fund managers, stock market people, bankers, anybody who dealt with money, from the most primitive ideas of money, the merchant that's selling, skins of animals somewhere. You guys are my traders. You guys are the ones that got on ships and went around and brought goodies to other parts of the world. You guys were the ones who were the first, ideas of bankers, people that manage money, because money. You know money very well. You know the value of things. You know the value. You in your mind, because Taurus is a South Node, you can buy anything with money. In your idea, there's nothing in this world that money can't buy. And more than likely, you know how to do that. You know how to accomplish that, because you're like, if I can put enough time and if I can put enough of my own resources of money, I can accomplish it. That's Taurus, very like tunnel vision. What else? Taurus South Nodes, indulgent lifetimes. You know, just as you are a hard worker and you can put in the long hours and the patience and all of that and the stamina, you are also, you could be pretty lazy. You know, Taurus doesn't mind working hard, but Taurus will also take all the time in the world that he or she needs to relax. Taurus knows how to pamper. You guys know how to pamper yourselves. You know how to take care of your skin, your appearance. You like to dress nice. You like for things to be comfortable. You love comfort. The bull loves comfort, and the bull will never sacrifice anything for his or her comfort. Yeah. So as you can tell, you know, because of all of that, now let's talk about the bad stuff about Taurus South Node. Stagnation. It's something that I cannot stand. Stagnation. Stagnation, because whenever you are in your comfort zone, whenever your fridge is full, whenever your bank account is full, there's no reason for development. There's no reason to freaking do anything. There's no reason to risk anything. Taurus does not like risks. Taurus does not like surprises. Taurus likes predictability, accountability. You know, if I do this, what am I going to get out of it? Taurus always wants to know, if I put in my time and my resources, what am I going to get down the road? And if that looks good and valuable to you, then you will go with it. So yeah, so if everything is there, if all you know, if you have the resources that you need, the money, like I said, the fridge is full, the house is warm and cozy, there's no need for change, right? Because you're comfortable. There's no need for transformation. There's no need for growth. Why do I need to grow? Why do I need to freaking understand anything in this lifetime? I'm good. I'm full. I can go buy myself whatever I want. I can go get a massage if I want. Why the hell do I need to, you know, what's wrong with me just being lazy like this? Nothing wrong with that. But as a matter of fact, if I were to pick 2 sins from the 10 commandments that pertain to Taurus South Nodes, it would be gluttony and greed. So you guys are my one perfect image of Taurus in the South Node would be that big fat merchant that is sitting there in his own gold, and he's full. He's got so much money, like Scrooge McDuck, and he's swimming in it, and he's basically eating it, but he's still empty. He's still like, I want more. I want more. That's the idea of the worst case scenario of Taurus South Node, is that gluttonous, greedy, probably fat guy or girl, you know, that merchant that is just dressed in gold, and he's just, all he knows is that he's full everywhere, but he's still unsatisfied. Do you see it? So now, if we talk about your North Node in Scorpio, guys, we got to get out of the comfort zone. We got to get done with stagnation. Stagnation is a no-no for you guys, because you guys, there wasn't a lot of transformation in your lives. You know, when you have everything at your disposal, there's no drama, there's no trauma, there's just comfort. And after a while, it's boring in a sense. You know, Taurus, you are in a sense bored. Deep down, you're like, damn, I'm kind of tired. I'm tired of eating these donuts. I'm tired of stuffing myself. I'm tired of all these clothes. Because inside of you, you're yearning to live life on the edge, you know, to get out of your comfort zone, to get out from under the blanket, and to go live life on the edge, and to go and throw yourself into the most crazy situations to experience them. And that's what Scorpio North Node is about. Scorpio North Node is about getting away from the comfort, getting away from the safety, getting away and trusting that if you lose all your money today, if you lose everything, all your gold, that you will still be okay, that you will still figure out a way to do it. And not necessarily through hard work, but it's going to be through energy. You know, Taurus thinks that the biggest asset in this world is money. Taurus firmly believes that, Taurus South Nodes. But actually the most important asset on earth is energy. Whoever can, you know, and every one of us has energy that we contribute to things. So whoever can attract the attention of most people gets their energy, and energy feeds, you know. So you, with Scorpio North Node, you're going to learn how to see energy, how to see people, you know, how to see people and figure out people, how to figure out why they do what they do, you know. So you will figure out that the real richness has nothing to do with money. It has to do with diving into the person in front of you, figuring them out, and maybe even using their resources to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So in a way, there is a way of manipulation to Scorpio North Nodes. Don't be afraid of that, Because with Taurus South nodes, you are all about my money. I can do whatever I want. I don't owe anybody nothing. So, but now you're here to get away from that and to kind of see the beauty of interaction with people. And maybe even using people in a sense, but not using them, more like studying them. You know, you got to become the psychologist. You got to be on that empty stomach and get the food that you really need, not the physical food, you know, not stuffing yourself, but the food of experience, of studying, of psychology, of figuring people out, of reading people, of being intuitive, you know, trusting your intuition versus get away from your senses. Trust your intuitive. Trust that you got to bring your Sherlock Holmes out and see how things work in this world, how power is actually manifested, that it's not all about money, that power can be manifested in different ways, that power can be you know, somebody's beauty, power can be in somebody's voice, power can be in the way they dress, you know, different ways of power. You're going to see that. Scorpio is all over the place. You're going to learn with sexuality. You're going to dive deep into sexuality and what it is, that it's not just self-gratification, that it can be a transformative tool. So anyway, all right, guys, now let's dive into each house in particular and see what you're going to be working with, okay? All right. North Node in Scorpio in the first house. Before we examine that, let's dive into your South Node in Taurus in the 7th and see what that's about. So the good things about Taurus and South Node is that you guys know value. You guys know money in relationships. You guys have had many relationships, business relationships, marital relationships in general, where there was a lot of stability and security, where money was the most deciding factor. So how could that play out? Let's say you were involved in relationships where money was the most important thing. Let's say there wasn't a lot of intimacy, there wasn't a lot of sharing, a lot of, helping each other. It was more like, all right, I hate him, but you know what? At least we have a new TV, and at least he bought me this fur coat, so I'm happy. So your happiness in relationships was based on tangible things, like probably luxurious things, probably, we don't understand each other and we can hardly stand each other and we can't even have one conversation, but at least our fridge is full and our kids are going to a prestige college. So the things that you guys value in relationships had to do with money, had to do with financial security, had to do with comfort zone at the expense of true meaningful relationships, So the most important thing for you was money. So you know the value of money in a relationship. Maybe you guys were a rich couple that knew how to make money. You know how to make money. If it's not a romantic partnership, it can be a business partnership. You know how to make money. And in the 7th, there was a lot of codependence based on money. So one thing that comes to mind would be idea of gold diggers. A lot of you had lifetimes where you depended on your spouse for financial support. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the idea is that because it's in the South Node, you guys lost yourself in that relationship. You guys were maybe not even yourselves. You guys were so worried about losing that stability and security and all the designer names or whatever you had, the riches in your castle and all the possessions that you had, that you discarded your own happiness for the sake of the stability that you had. So you're very used to relationships where maybe I'm not really happy, maybe I don't really like him, and maybe I don't even love sleeping with him or her. But hey, you know what? At least I have everything I need. I have the latest clothes, perfumes, and everything. So you get the idea. Ideas of dependency on your partner for financial support with disregard for true exchange between two people, energetic exchange. So the biggest mode of exchange was money. Another aspect could be, let's say a man really rich, and you treated your relationships, even with your lovers, as like business deals. I can buy anything I want. I can have any woman I want. I can have any car that I want. I can buy any person that I want. For you, money was king. And you probably still feel this way. And a perfect example would be the movie Citizen Kane, where the guy had this idea of like a castle, a palace for his lover, but she was like a cage. She was like a bird in a cage. The cage was golden. The cage was beautiful, but she was caged. Do you see my point? So a lot of times it's beneficial for both, because a lot of times the woman or the man, whoever's in the cage, doesn't mind it, because as I mentioned in the first example, you're okay with that as long as you have your stability and security. Like, you value that more than anything, more than your own love for you. You're like, I don't care if I'm not happy. I don't care if I can't stand him, but at least I have everything I need. If you were the rich person supporting the bird in the cage, in your mind, it was like, I own her, I own him. With Taurus in the South Node, the idea of possessiveness, the idea of, if I paid for this, I own this. You never did anything unless you knew that there was going to be a payout at the end. Taurus never wastes their time or money or attention unless there's going to be a return on their investment. That's how Taurus in the South Node sees things. It pertains like that to people. It pertains like that to ventures. It pertains like that to everything. So in your case, you were that rich guy that was like, I own you. You're mine. I paid for you. I paid for you every day. I bought you these dresses. You're going to do whatever I want you to do. That kind of idea. So nothing wrong with that, you may say. You're like, but you know what? You've done it so much that you lost, that you lost the idea of human interaction, the beauty of human interaction, you know, being true to your heart. Yeah, you were comfy and you were warm and you were wearing the latest designer clothes, but were you really happy? You sacrificed your own happiness for the idea of comfort and security. And the rich guy, you know, that scenario, because it could be both scenarios. The one that was paying for everything, including his partners, he sees everything as everything can be bought. Everything has a price. So you lost the idea of the beauty of a person, the beauty of a woman, not because I can own her and do whatever I want with her, but the beauty of a woman energetically, you know, that idea. Or a man, you know, the beauty of them as a person. Who are they as a person? Maybe you never got to know your partners. Both scenarios. Maybe you never got to know the partners. Why do you need to know them? You know, you're fine. You know, your fridge is full. You're beautiful. You know, what does it matter? And that's another idea could be the idea of beauty. You were like, you know what? I don't care if I'm not happy. I don't care, but you know, I'm beautiful. I get to be beautiful, because Taurus will put a lot of emphasis on the body, on beauty, on all that stuff. So, so you sacrificed your own happiness. You sacrificed you sold your soul for money. So at the end of the day, you know there's no happiness there. You guys know that. So with North Node and Scorpio in the first, you're here to get away from codependent financial relationships and to focus on yourself and to find that beauty in your energy, not in how much you have, not in how much somebody's giving you, but in your own energetic beauty. What does that mean? You as a person, you as not as a thing that can be bought. You know, there's no price to you. How about that? How about you start with, nope, there's no price to me. I'm priceless, you know? And you have to find your worth not based on how somebody measured you and how much they paid for you, like a painting at an auction, but on your own worth. You have to find that worth with yourself, you know? And Scorpio in the first, you know, Scorpio ascendant. I have Scorpio ascendant. You know, there's an intensity about you. You're here to discover the beauty and power, not in money, but in your own energy, in your presence. Scorpio in the first has a very powerful presence. As a matter of fact, people are either attracted to it or repelled by it. So that's what you're going to encounter. There's an intensity about you. Even in your eyes, you may look all shy and stuff, but your eyes, they have an intensity about them. And with one stare, you can shut somebody down. With one stare, you can inspire somebody. With one stare, you can seduce somebody. You are learning to see your power in your expression, not in money and what money can buy, but in you. Because if you find that power within you, that transformative power, because Scorpio ascendant, North Node in Scorpio in the first, you're going to transform a lot. Your image is going to change. You're going to be a blonde, you're going to be a brunette, you're going to have straight hair, curly hair, you're going to be all dressed in black. You probably look great in black, by the way. With Scorpio in the first, black looks amazing on us, as you can tell. So you need to play on that. You know, you will transform, you will lose, you may lose all your money. You know, you're here to see that even if I lose all my money, even if I lose everything, I'm okay. I'm still okay. And you will have everything that you need and more. But it's not going to come through getting into that cage and being somebody's puppet. But it's going to come through that self-realization of like, I'm enough the way I am, and I'm a badass. And when you walk into a room, people are going to notice, and they will want to come to you, but they're not going to try to buy you. And they may, but it's your job to say, okay, I'll let you take me to dinner, but do not ever lose yourself in that freaking dinner. Do not lose yourself in the idea that he owns me now, or she owns me. Get it? You're here to find your own personal power through your appearance. Work on that. The way you dress, the makeup you use, what perfume you wear, all of that is going to speak about your self-expression, because the first house is about your self-expression. You know, you're here to be mysterious. You're here to be alluring. You're not here to be simple. You're not here to be bought. You're here to be a force to reckon with. You're here to be a femme fatale if you want to. You all know what femme fatales do. They can make or break somebody. Is there an homme fatale? Why not? You know, men do the same thing. You know, you're here to find the power in your own energy, in your own aura, and see how much more powerful that is than a freaking bank account or a blank check. All right, guys? Awesome placement. Get to know it, and don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to be mysterious, to be complicated, to be dramatic. You know, you're here to get away from simplicity and to go towards intensity. You know, be that observant. You know, as a Scorpio ascendant, you're going to be secretive. You're not going to want people to know who you are. So be observant of others. Figure out why they do what they do, not because of money, but try to see psychologically what motivates everybody. That's the true power of Scorpio, is being able to read people's energies and even use those people, but do it energetically. You know, do it through the idea of empowerment, not in the idea of, well, I don't have anything, so I better do what he wants me to do. Otherwise, I'm on the street. You're never going to be on the street. All right? Okay. Bye.